Hello.
Thanks for coming in, Anne-Marie. How you doing?
I'm doing good. That was
How long have you
pretty
been
loud.
in the US for?
I got here yesterday and I'm leaving tomorrow, so pretty
Short
quick
and
trip.
sweet visit.
Yeah.
So you're from Essex
Yeah.
in the UK. I'm always wondering, like I've been to Essex, I think, for like a day. Is there any similarities between the US or New York and Essex? What have you seen that you're like, that's so home?
They don't.
That's so towy.
Well, here you don't wear much clothes because it's hot. In Essex, you don't wear much clothes just because.
It's the style.
Yeah. I'm not exactly like that, but yeah.
You've got pants on, you know?
Luckily.
Midriff equals you should wear the pants. So we're cutting to the chase. The massive deal is the fact that Alarm has been released. It's streaming something like 1.7 streams a week on Spotify. 1.7 million streams a week, I should say, on Spotify in the US. Like, that's incredible. And it's charted, I think, to number 22 in the UK, was the highest it got. Amazing. What sort of doors do you anticipate that this song's going to open for you? And what has it opened so far?
It's already opened so many more than what I thought. Like, it hasn't even gone to radio here and it's already doing that many streams, which is so mad. But yeah, it's going to radio next week, I think, here. So, I mean, God knows what that's gonna do.
You're ready for it, though.
Can you understand what I'm saying?
I feel like everyone's at a major disadvantage. Just like two people up here talking a completely different language. But Anne-Marie, the important thing is we understand what each other is saying. So it's okay. You know, we'll just have our own conversation. I know you've released a few songs already solo. And she was telling me just before we came on stage, you've only been performing solo since January this year.
Yeah.
So what's that, like 7, what are we in August? 8 months. And you've already had 3 big releases. And the Alarm song is like 4.5 million views on YouTube, which is incredible. Like, how have you pulled it together so fast? How long has this been kind of simmering, ready to go?
Well, I think I've been writing songs for about 5 years, 6 years. When I first started, I didn't really know what I wanted to do or who I wanted to be, so I kind of was just finding my feet. And then along the way, I met the band called Rudimental. I don't know if you've heard of those. But they're an amazing band, UK band, and they took me under their wing. I started singing with them, doing the live shows, and during that time I was still writing my own stuff, so whenever I was free. And it weren't until December when I decided to move on from that, do my own thing, where it kind of all fell into place and just starting getting things together properly, really.
And how was that? Because like Rudimental, clearly you were very close and like good friends. I know one of the guys from Rudimental even helped you work on the video for Alarm, and so you're still friends. But how did you like think, okay, I'm gonna say it now, how are they gonna react? Did you feel like it's like, hey mom and dad, I'm moving out? Like, how did you give it the news to them?
I think we always knew that this was gonna happen.
Yeah.
But yeah, we just always knew that this was gonna be the outcome. So they weren't too sad. Although we're still close, like they're producing a few tracks on my album, so we're still working together. It's nice still. They don't hate me.
Okay, good. You haven't made any enemies out of it. Although that wouldn't maybe help with your writing. So, you know, any emotional experience is always good.
Yeah.
So the video for Alarm is incredible because Baz Luhrmann, Romeo and Juliet is actually my favorite movie of all time. So I watched it and it looks like it's in Havana or like Rio so can you tell us a bit about the story behind the video and where it was made and just the kind of the concept?
Yeah, so basically when you've got a song and you need to do a video to it, you give it out to people basically, and they give you back some ideas. And we had a few ideas, like good ideas, but they were very modern things. So like they had mobiles in it where it's like, there goes the alarm.
So obvious, and the alarm rings. It's like, okay, come on.
Yeah.
We can be smarter.
There was all those ideas, and then this one lady had this idea, and I was just like, let's just do it. We've got to just do it. So it was filmed in Mexico City.
Ugh,
yeah, it was so amazing, and we did it over a space of 2 days. I didn't know who that boy was, so it was really awkward.
But come on, he was very good looking.
Oh, it was.
I'm sure you made yourself at home. It's fine.
It was very beautiful, which probably made it even more nerve-wracking to flirt. I'm not a very good flirt, so. But yeah, it came out amazingly. I'm so happy with it. Like, yeah, I'm really, really happy with it.
And have you seen Romeo and Juliet, the Baz Luhrmann version?
Yeah, when I was in school.
So you knew exactly what was going down.
Yes.
And you were saying one woman came up with this idea. Was it the director Malia James that you're talking about? Okay, so she's worked with, you know, really like other amazing young artists. We've got like Troye Sivan, Halsey, who I'm a massive fan of, Hailey Steinfeld. How was it working with her? Like, because it seems like she specializes in young, up-and-coming, like, but very ambitious and going to be very successful artists. So what did you learn from her?
She was good at getting the right... I think she's very visual. Obviously, you have to be being a video director. But she was very, like, for example, the fireworks scene at the end where I was standing in front of it. Like, she just really gets off. I don't know if that's the right word.
It is.
She really...
Completely the right word.
Oh, sorry, my laugh is a bit crazy.
Beautiful, that's what it is.
She loves that stuff. So I just knew it would be beautiful, and she just went for it. She really went for it, which is lovely, and she took her time with the editing, which is always it's a good one.
We're going to get into the nitty-gritty of it because I did some obvious going through your Instagram, your Twitter, and the likes, and I saw that after the video came out and was doing so well, you Instagrammed a comment basically saying that this whole song was about some guy who broke your heart, and it's kind of like, haha, look who's laughing now. It really reminded me of, you know, like when Sam Smith had all those Grammys for In the Lonely Hour, and he was like, thank you for breaking my heart because look at me now.
Yeah.
So do you want to talk about the story behind it? Was it apt that it was a whole Romeo and Juliet scenario?
No, the boy I wrote about it is horrible, so I don't care.
Does he even deserve the airtime? Should we even bother?
You know what? I always write about real experiences. None of my songs are made up from nothing, so I always feel strongly about every one of my songs, and this particular one is about that boy who basically I thought he was cheating, and I'm a bit of an investigator. A little bit.
It's called social media stalker, Anne-Marie.
I went through everything, found out everything, and yeah, kind of ended it, obviously. But yeah.
Has he reacted?
I just think if you have a gut instinct, I always trust it.
Yeah.
He hasn't. I don't speak to him anymore.
Yeah.
But he obviously knows it's about him.
Yeah.
So.
Don't know if he's going to be shouting off a rooftop boasting about it though.
No.
Very complimentary in the video, aren't you?
Yeah.
So some influences, it was funny because the second I heard the beginning of the song, I was like, wow, it's so Jessie J. And then I'm like looking up stuff, and of course you're like hanging out with Jessie J on your Instagram. So I know you've known her for a while. So talk to me a bit about like how you met her and how she's kind of, if she's mentored you in any way.
Yeah. So when I was younger, I did musical theatre in the West End in London. So I was kind of trained. Was that a clap?
Yeah, they're clapping.
I was kind of trained in that place. And one of the shows that I did was called Whistle Down the Wind, and she was in the cast with me, in the kids' cast. I was about 9 or 10, and she was about 12, maybe.
Oh, wow. So this was like pre-Jessie J.
Yeah.
Thing.
So we were friends then, and she kind of went off on one and was doing her thing. So we kind of lost contact, but recently, not really recently, but about a few years ago, we come back in contact. And she's always a good person to talk to, like Jessie J, Ed Sheeran, they're good people to talk to because they're really down to earth still, and they have a lot of stuff to say about everything. So, yeah, we're friends.
You've got some cool people on your speed dial.
Yeah.
Another person that your voice reminded me of was kind of the reggae Rihanna vibe. So is she like another big influence?
Yeah, she's sick. I mean, I've loved her music since I'm from.
Oh my God, you remember that with the jeans and the belly top? Yeah.
Yes. I mean, she's so good. I love her. Every song she brings out, I kind of love. So, yeah, I can't take that away that she's not a big influence to me. Yeah.
So massive news was announced yesterday that you're going on a US tour.
Yes. What the hell?
Well, I'm not surprised. Clearly you are. So tell us about it. Where are you going to be performing? When does it start? How do we get free tickets?
I am going on a US tour in October. What's the first date? San Francisco.
Oh, nice.
What is the actual date though? The 7th.
of October. 7th
Let's just
of
all
October.
turn around and get him to answer in a minute because I don't know. Yes, off the top of my head, I'm doing San Francisco, Chicago, Brooklyn, LA, Montreal. Is that it?
Yeah, Canada, isn't it? Yeah.
And
Toronto?
Toronto. So yeah, I've just posted that picture of all the places I'm going up on my social media, this is so mad. I can't believe I'm doing a tour here. It's like, I love singing live. I love showing people that I can actually sing in real life because you don't really know nowadays, do you, who can sing. So yeah, it's going to be sick. It's going to be amazing.
It's like, this is a girl who just started solo, like performing in January. Like, that's incredible.
Yes, I can't think about it too much because I might wet myself.
Another thing I find funny as well is like, so I saw on your Twitter that you did a bit of an acoustic version of Cold Water.
Yeah.
So that's like Bieber, Major Lazer, and now they're on the topic of Bieber. So anyone who's into social media will know that he deleted his Instagram account because Selena Gomez was like posting about how he's doing all this PDA stuff with his new girlfriend. So then he got upset and deleted it. So you don't have to comment on Bieber if you don't want to, but it's more so, unless you want to. Do you have any thoughts on this?
I don't really know him.
He's not on your speed dial. Okay, that's fine. But it's more so the pressures of like Instagram, so like Snapchat. Now there's Instagram video and there's Twitter, like, and obviously they're very important to promote your music career. But does it ever just get like too much? Do you ever have like a mini meltdown? I want to take a break from it.
Do you know what? I like it. I actually like when I'm on my phone all day. I kind of think to myself, this is a bit too much.
Yeah.
But I like talking to people on there that I don't know and sharing how I feel. I kind of, if you are on if you follow me on anything, I kind of I'm real on there and I talk. If I'm having a bad day, I'll tell people I'm having a bad day, or I'll talk about something that's probably gonna get on people's backs a bit. But yeah, I like just being who I am on social media. I don't go on there and be like, what a lovely day, and then say nothing else. I share a lot of myself.
Yeah,
on
you're
there.
pretty funny as well. I saw like you did some Snapchat thing with bread. Like you said something like, if my mom always said, tell us what it was.
Oh,
come on.
Can we not get it up? I just love the Snapchat filters, and I just go in a little bit on those. If you follow me on Snapchat, you might have a bit of fun.
So what's your Snapchat so people can check it out themselves?
It's Anne-Marie Music.
Okay.
Simple. Everything else is Anne-Marie I Am.
Okay.
Also very creative name.
No, listen, at least you didn't have to use an underscore.
Yeah.
You know, or like a crazy number. So out of all the social media apps, what do you think is for artists? What is the most important one? Or what's the most, I guess, effective one for promoting your music and for garnering an audience?
I think Facebook's pretty good because you can actually promote it, put money into it to share it to more people.
Yeah.
Instagram's good. Well, all of them are good as long as I feel like I just want to put videos on there of me singing so people can just straight away go to it instead of having to click a link and see my videos. Mm-hmm. I do post a lot of videos of me just singing in a selfie, which is a bit cringe sometimes. But yeah, they're all good really. I mean, it's such a massive part of being an artist nowadays, which is a bit crazy, but yeah, it's all good.
Like imagine back in the day where you're just relying on someone going to your gig or someone finding you, like doing an open mic somewhere. Also, album-wise, I know you released an EP last year, wasn't it? So you're working on an album, aren't you?
Yeah.
Full length.
I mean, it's hard to say when an album or anything's going to be out because everything always changes so much that it never stays on that date anymore. So my album was supposed to be coming out sometime late this year, but obviously the way things have gone and the way it's...
Hey, you've got a tour now.
Yeah, I've got a tour.
Poor thing.
Yeah.
Gotta get that tour out of the way.
Gotta do that first. Oh no. But yeah, it's coming next year. I'm just going to say next year because it could be in March, it could be in December, I don't know. But it is coming and it's literally nearly done.
Can you tell us are you working with anyone in particular or is it purely solo?
This one is pure just me, so sorry about that.
No, but I mean, you've been working with Rudimental for so long that you're probably like, I just want to get it out and just be authentically you.
Do you know what? That's it. When I travelled around everywhere with them, singing with them, and some places actually thought that I was a part of Rudimental. So I kind of felt like to separate myself from them, I just needed to put out something that's just me. And then the next album, hopefully, I'll have loads of collabs on it.
So if you compare your experience, I guess, in the US, I'm not sure how long you've been here, how many times, and then there's the UK music industry. I know maybe you've only been here for 2 days or however, but do you suss any differences in how you'll have to like promote yourself from like the way you perform or the way you dress? Is there any differences in what's demanded of you for aesthetic, culturally?
No, I kind of feel like you still have to do the same amount of promotion. It's a lot of work doing stuff like that, but to what I'm gonna be doing in a live set or what I'm wearing, that wouldn't change, because like I'll just wear whatever. I wear flip flops.
For Rihanna sliders, let's just put it out there.
Sorry if you don't like toes, but yeah, I mean it's very different in terms of how long it takes here, but I mean, it's just how it is. It takes much longer, but I feel like obviously the audience is much bigger. There's a lot more people here. So I understand the process, and I just think it's going to be exciting, really.
And you're getting those 1.7 million listens in the US a week, so I'm sure you're going to have massive audiences.
Yeah, I literally went to Spotify earlier today, and they brought up all the statistics, and I was just gobsmacked.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
Another thing very interesting about you is, I don't know if you guys know, or even if we could tell, that she's like a karate champion.
Yeah.
I couldn't believe that. I thought it was a joke. So I actually had followed you on Instagram before, and I saw you had some workout videos, and I was like, oh, she's into fitness. So how did you get into that? And does that in any way, shape, or form translate into, I guess, your music? Performing, thinking?
Yeah, I loved sport all in school, and my parents were like, you can do a sport outside of school. And I was kind of finding it hard to choose between karate and gymnastics. And then one day, some man was giving out leaflets to the doors about a karate club. So I was like, made my mind up. So I was 9 years old, went to karate, had been doing dancing beforehand, so kind of could pick up all the moves properly. And when I was a teenager, I had an attitude problem, and kind of went hand in hand.
It makes the greatest adults, though.
Yeah.
You know, we have to have that.
And now I'm 3 times world champion. So it's a
humble brag. It's incredible. Do you know, right? About almost maybe 2 weeks ago, it was announced that karate has been officially added to the 2020 Tokyo Olympics.
Yes.
Are you gonna compete?
If this all fails, you'll see me at the Olympics doing karate.
Not too shabby a career goal, eh? Maybe you could just do both. It's fine.
Yeah, maybe.
Okay, so does anyone? I guess we're gonna open it up to the audience for some questions.
Hi, Anne.
Hey.
Thank you for being here. So what are your favorite all-time songs that resonated with you in your career, that jump-started in your career? Your favorite all-time songs?
All right, so I love Alanis Morissette, and basically that whole album kind of made a massive difference to the way I write and what I talk about. In all of my songs, I kind of want to talk about a lot of things rather than just heartbreak or sad situations or stuff. Although those make like amazing songs, but I feel like I want to talk about stuff that needs to be spoken about and stuff that you don't really hear in pop songs. So yeah, she made a massive difference to that. She spoke about weird stuff, so she was a big part of it. I think I kind of just got influenced by a lot of strong females, like Alicia Keys' album when I was younger. I mean, Christina Aguilera's album, Lauryn Hill. Everyone who was a very strong female and spoke about being strong and stuff like that. Yeah, I want to be that type of artist.
And you are. And like, so for your album, what's the most abstract subject that you cover then?
So I wrote a song about a boy I met, obviously, and he was amazing. I absolutely fell in love with him, and then he turned out to be gay. I didn't know he was.
Wow.
So I wrote a song about it, and I kind of was like, how do I do this without offending people? But yeah, I kind of done it in the right way, I think, and it's quite a cheeky, funny song. So if you get to online, check it out, because
that's amazing. There'll be so many girls who can relate to that.
Yeah, you know, I mean, my gaydar is completely off, so I can't
Even
tell.
after that?
Yeah,
Has it
still.
not made it a little bit sharper?
I can't
bit
tell.
trained? No.
So it's very relevant always. Yeah.
You just go home and listen to your song. Not again.
Ah! Yeah.
Any other questions?
Yes. Hey, Anne-Marie.
Hey.
So I hear in the music industry that in order for you to really make it, you need to really be successful in the United States. So I wanted to know your opinion on that, since you're coming from UK and there are a lot of artists who have their own fan base in their countries, but if they're not popular in the US, it's as if they don't exist.
Yeah. Well, I think that probably happens to most people outside of the US in whatever country they're from. They kind of get well known there first and then try it in other places. So it is a pretty natural thing. I mean, because I've started so early, I'm kind of spreading out everything at the same time. So even where I'm from, I'm kind of at the same stage. So I'm trying to get everyone together at the same time instead of just staying in England, trying it there, getting famous or whatever, well known, and then trying it in other places. So yeah, I mean, everyone does it in a different way, but my team are amazing, and whatever they've planned is kind of working. They're over there, so I'm saying this because of them. But no, it's really early for me, so I'm kind of trying to just get everywhere and equally be everywhere at the same time, which is quite hard, but
You're spreading a bit of fairy dust in every country.
Yeah,
Bit of
I'm
Anne-Marie
trying.
here, bit here.
Yeah.
It's a good plan.
Yeah.
Any other questions?
Hey Anne-Marie,
Hey.
thank you for being here.
That's all right.
Which venue do you wish to headline one day?
Well, Wembley in London. Have you heard of that? It's massive. It's quite rare that an artist gets to perform there, only if you're like really, really well known. So obviously that's a massive goal. But to be honest, I would just sing anywhere. I literally I love it so much that anywhere I can just sing to people. I'm not really fussy right now. Even maybe if I get really well known and start performing in bigger places, I'll still like to come back to small venues and still perform in that way, because it's so nice for me to just even see people. Or I like to have a chat with people when I'm on stage, so get to know people, and so yeah, Wembley is the biggest thing, I think. I'm not sure about America yet.
Madison Square Garden.
Oh yeah, there.
That would be a good one.
I'll do
would
that.
Be okay.
I'll do that one day.
Where was the first place you performed? What was your first concert like?
My first solo one was a place called Hackney in London.
Which is like the cool place. It's like Williamsburg, Brooklyn.
Yeah. And I don't know, I think capacity was 300 people. So it was already really big for my first show. And yeah, it's just amazing. I mean, each show you learn so much. I learn so much through each performance. So I hate stopping perform. Like, I'd love to do a show every single night, just because you just learn so much. And yeah, it's hard to not do a show.
So you say you learn everything, you learn something new from every performance. Is that from things not going as planned?
Yeah.
What's some examples of that happening?
One time when I was performing with another group, the music just completely went off, and I just carried on singing in a cappella. I was just
All
like,
the more attention for you.
Just carried on singing, and then the music came back in, and I just joined in again. And I think that literally might have been the worst that could have happened to anyone, just the music just completely going. And I feel like from then, any little glitch, it's like easy for me now. So it's exciting. It's exciting to weirdly have bad experiences. It's exciting to have that.
That's the beauty of live.
Yes.
Any other questions?
Hey, so you did the West End, and hopefully we'll see you on Broadway. And I want to know if you have any dream musical theater roles.
Let's do the audition now, Anne-Marie.
I don't know. Is We Will Rock You still here? No. Well, it would have been that.
We can bring it back.
Yeah, just bring it back for me.
Yeah.
For a couple of weeks, and then I'll be back. I was in Les Miserables when I was younger, so probably going back to that, I'd love to do that. Yeah, I'd love to do any of those because I love musical theatre so much. Some people find it cheesy, like they think of musical theatre as it being like jazz hands and very, I don't know, cheesy, I think. But I'm really grateful for that experience because it's taught me how to kind of act through singing. I can't act. Like if I got asked to do a script right here, it would be the worst thing you've ever seen in your life. But to act through song is something I learned through musical theatre, so I'm really grateful for that.
And then just really quickly, and just my string of thought, like back to the karate thing, does the focus, how does that help? Did that ever help in musical theatre? Did that ever help with you performing? Like, do you do meditation? Any of this kind of thing?
Yeah, I mean, my style of karate is a lot about discipline and focus and self-defense. And not that self-defense is helping me on stage, but
you never know.
It could do.
Fans throw weird things to people they love.
So yeah, I mean, it's weird, but this career and karate kind of go hand in hand when it comes to focus and setting yourself goals and just taking the time to just be as focused as possible because it is massively about that. And plus, when I get really into it on stage, I do fly out a couple of kicks. So it's helped me in my performance as well.
Nice, impress the audience.
Yeah.
I think we've one more question.
Hi.
Hey.
I wanted to know when you're not recording, what do you listen to, on your playlists and stuff like that, and who influences you with your personal style?
Yeah, okay. So when I listen to music on my downtime, I kind of go back to late 90s, 2000 R&B, like Nelly and Missy Elliott.
Real chill, like.
Like all of that stuff. I love Eminem. I think he's amazing. I love Kendrick.
Do you do any rapping?
No, but I could. No, I'm joking. You won't hear that, ever. I mean, you might, but it'll be really bad, and then you'll just laugh. But Kendrick, Eminem they're amazing. Who else? I love Erykah Badu, Lauryn Hill, all the old soulful stuff. There's new stuff like The Internet. I love them, and James Blake. I've got a very wide range of stuff I listen to. It's not like I listen to a specific thing. My mum and my dad is a mod. I don't know if you know this. It's kind of like Paul Weller vibes and ska, reggae stuff. So it's very eclectic. It's a lot happening in my brain. So when I try and do my own music, I've got everything coming in and trying to get it all together in one sound in my own music. My style is, I have no idea. I mean, can you understand what's going on? I don't. I wake up in the morning and just take a lucky pick. I used to, when I was younger, my dad used to take me to charity shops and kind of, what do you call that here?
Thrifting?
Thrift shops. So all this stuff is just old stuff apart from the flip-flops. I don't really like wearing what I think other people will wear, so I kind of go into vintage shops and charity and thrift shops and pick the weirdest stuff. And I wear big earrings, and they look healthy? They look heavy, but they're really light, actually.
That's the key.
Yes.
Because you don't want them ripping the earlobes.
Although when I cuddle people, I have to take it out quickly.
And
So,
I'm like, clearly I can relate to this. I'm like, yeah, those two earrings.
All the boys I know you're saying, I know what you're talking about.
Or when the earring gets like stuck in someone's shirt. It's a great look.
Yes.
Anyway, on that note, we'll leave it. Thank you so much for coming in. It was lovely
you.
chatting to you, and you're going to have an awesome year and future, of course.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you.